Hi, Caroline. Okay, you're saying, oh, I come to your office on Monday. Okay, all right. I will come. Okay. So that's Caroline.
Caroline,
Yeah.
tell me about her.
They want us to go and discuss some business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Regarding, they want us to manage their social media.
okay. I remember you had mentioned sometimes. So, oh, that's an appointment now to the
Yeah,
office.
Monday. I think we're
Monday.
gonna go
Okay.
to the meeting. I think we can go with you.
Yeah, for sure. Any day.
So hey guys, that's one of a call we got, and one of our clients. That's how they invited us to work with them. We had a relationship, but we weren't doing anything, much. But then they wanted us to give us more work, and so we went for the meeting. And Dan, maybe you can tell people, how did their onboarding meeting go? Maybe you can tell us. How did they, like, the appointment? Not really onboarding. I think
Yeah, the
onboarding
appointment.
became later. Yeah, how did the appointment go?
Yeah, of course, any day you get such a call, such an appointment, you have to, get ready and prepare for it. Remember, for them, they were like they knew what they wanted because for their that particular brand, it was, trade hailing, so they didn't have any presence or actually on social media. Um, they also didn't have anything like, any brand. Assets. In terms of what they would want. Remember, they just had the logo actually, and even the logo wasn't like final. Um, yeah, but we were able to get them. I remember, taking them through how to set up everything, guiding them on the content strategy entirely. Even before we went to that, I think we also discussed the entire the brand guidelines actually, what they need to define because as you get into any when you want to kickstart any digital marketing strategy, you have to ensure that you have everything set so that you do not do like not don't do a lot of guesswork. You have to make sure that you have everything defined. Defining the brand set up front. So, but there was quite a lot of discussion around that before we started the work. Then after that, of course, we first started out without just with the logo first. But then, you see now you start the real work. Now we start seeing where the issues are. So we came back. We get now to do their brand guidelines. Now define everything: the messaging, the visuals, the do's and don'ts. Just the entire strategy on the brand.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, and I think when people talk about social media, the digital channels in general, I don't think they see it as brand building,
Yeah, yeah.
but rather, ticking boxes, or just doing it because other people are doing it, or because it's generally necessary. But I think the most important bit with marketing in the digital world is, one, it's very data oriented, and so
Absolutely.
when you define your brand, I think it means you're actually trying to align your data points,
Yeah, yeah.
because your biggest, you're trying to align your north star. Where are you taking this with your posting, with your messaging, with your funnel, with your marketing funnel? How does awareness, the engagement that comes with it, and even and what's the conversion like? What's the customer journey like up to the final, and even post even closing that
Yeah,
customer?
yeah. Absolutely.
And so for good onboardings, I think you have to discuss these things with the customer.
Yeah, yeah.
And of course, most customers don't. This is not their area. This is
For sure.
not their specialty. So
Yeah.
you have to. They rely on you to. They understand their vision. For you, you understand how to take it to the market. So, and then merging the science and the art That's very important. That's why the brand guidelines is important, because it helps merge the science and the art of marketing. The science, which is the data, and the data point, the customer journey, and then the art, which is the creativity, the design, and the perception that the the brand creates out there. I mean, we did the brand guidelines, and then after the brand guidelines, then now I think it's doing the tactics, the real execution. But maybe you can touch about that after brand guidelines. What next?
Yeah, so after that guidelines, of course, no, you are able to. I would say one thing the guidelines really help in is aligning the how you are um, uh, creating the content without a lot of, a lot of back and forth. Because when you're creating the content for the brand now, you have a reference point. You know what messaging to use. You know what the visuals to use. Even things as basic as where to place the logo on a creative. So I think once we did the brand guidelines, of course, I know already we had started doing some content without the guidelines, but after that, I think there was quite a lot of improvement in terms of efficiency, how the content was being uh, created, and even now in terms of preparing ahead, because already the designer has these guidelines, so they're able to plan ahead without having to check back with the client, with this particular business owner. Yeah, so I think there was quite an improvement in terms of how the content was being delivered, and even back even to the product. I think the brand also helped. I mean, the guidelines also helped in how the product was an app. So how it was being developed, even making it. Making the brand stand out. I mean, the consistency in terms of the brand. Of even in the branding of the we call them. I mean, they had cars, of course. The vehicles. You could really see like there was some direction in terms of making the brand very, very consistent, from social media to the website, to the vehicles, to the merchandise. And a lot. So um, but I think what really matters at the end of the day is also trying to see how is this how is what is the impact of the of now making use of a well structured process in terms of creating the content. And I think that's also something we came back to. Remember, we are also able to improve the brand guidelines at some point, because it also gets to a point where they see like some part of the guidelines is not really representing the vision, so you have to make adjustments depending on the feedback you are getting, or how the content is performing. Yeah, so a lot of things which you're able to achieve when you align the brand right from the start, instead of just starting to churn out content.
Maybe just to move back a little bit, even before content, I think going procedurally, like you have to do a calendar, and then
Yeah,
you have
definitely.
to define the angles for the content, educational, entertaining, inspirational,
Yeah, yeah,
and all that. That's important.
yeah. Even
And then
the
from there, yeah, and then which platforms
the
are you
platforms, yeah,
posting
yeah,
on?
yeah.
There's Meta, there's TikTok, there's LinkedIn, there's
Of course,
Twitter, I mean
YouTube.
X,
I
there's
mean,
YouTube.
yeah.
And then when you post now, there's the trail of data that
Yeah, that.
those posts, the content starts generating, and then now that helps in improving, the feedback on the brand. I think the thing with digital spaces, it's 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 real time in terms of feedback.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for
So
sure.
it's you can't BS your way around. You will get the real, what's happening on the ground, and that helps you iterate quickly.
Yeah, yeah,
You have to be hands on deck and really practical. Otherwise, you can't just swing your way into growing your brand in the digital space. I think it needs a lot of perspective and insight and a lot of iterations. So, and that's what we did with this ride hailing. Yeah, and then yeah, we worked at a journey with them, and it's very interesting when you conceive, when you participate in conceiving a brand from like zero to
From zero to
just
seeing them.
seeing them take off,
Yeah.
and then from there they just start compounding and saying, of course, it's chaotic, especially for like new brands. It's
Yeah, of course.
there's a lot of
Chaotic, yeah. Very
things to
chaotic.
be figured out. So
Yeah,
it's, sometimes it's not some of the best clients to handle. I mean, I just have to be honest. Like sometimes I set on the brands that have been in existence for a minute, I think, because I mean, like it's not a baby that you're really breastfeeding. Yeah, but yeah, and that's basically clients we've worked with from like zero
From
to
zero to
them having traction online
Yeah,
and
yeah.
now starting to grow.
Starting to grow,
So that's about it. So key things to really note, it's one, the onboarding, the appoint, the discovery call, so to say, and then you have discuss the brand guidelines,
yeah, for sure.
and then content calendar, and then the execution of the calendar, the creativity bit and the design and all that, and then data analysis after that.
data analysis
So
is very important.
very important, and then iteration cycle from there. So yeah, that's the journey we've worked with one of our customers called Lifty Cabs, and yeah, if you would want to experience some of that, the same, I mean, you can reach us out. Yeah, but that's a case study of one of the customers we've worked with. So I think that's it for today. Do you have a parting shot?
I mean, not quite, but of course, I mean, very important to just reiterate on the key points to note. I think even for every brand, even existing one, they also have to check how their how their strategies in terms
That you
of
keep revising.
they keep revising.
Exaf did a rebrand after 10 years.
Yeah,
I went
exactly.
there.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I mean,
So it's never
you can
like
always
final.
rebrand. You can apply these things when you're doing all this.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's at every business at any stage.
Yeah, for sure. So just so I mean,
Keep watching, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. Thank you for today. See you.
Adios.
Adios.
Goodbye.